Okay, hey you guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jasmine. Welcome back. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you're not, welcome back. Today I'm gonna be doing a little sit down video. I'm gonna switch it up for you guys today. I'm gonna be doing a little girl talk video. So before I get into that, I just want to tell you guys how I've been doing. I just been living life like Larry. No, seriously, I just been, this summer for me has been very like, how can I put this? Like, I feel like I've had like a spiritual awakening this summer, you know what I mean? Like, my mindset is totally different. The things I want to do, the people I'm around, things like that, it's just like different. Like, I'm just in a whole different space. And I'm loving it here, like, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm way more positive. I'm way more just dedicated to doing stuff that I want to do, and it's a learning process. I feel like this summer is just, I've just been learning myself, you know, the past couple months, and just been teaching myself new things about myself and learning how to navigate certain things in life. So yeah, let's get into the first topic. I'm gonna pull up, I have screenshots of topics. Okay, so first topic, we're gonna go into mental and emotional health. Hold on one second, my hair looks crazy. I don't know if it looks crazy or if I'm just over exaggerating. And I don't know if I should do this lighting or this one. Let me show y'all, because this is like the sun. I think we're gonna stick with this one. Yeah, let's just stick with this one. Let's way brighter this way. Anyways, okay, period. Okay, yeah, first topic is mental and emotional health. I don't even know where to start because that's such like a very big topic to talk about. But as far as like staying mentally and emotionally healthy, I feel like you have to just focus on yourself, you know what I mean? With mental and emotional health, I feel like first of all, you have to figure out what's triggering you, like what's the cause of your behavior, or what do you want to fix about yourself. You can't really become a better person until you acknowledge what you're doing wrong. Not necessarily what you're doing wrong, but just like until you acknowledge like the type of person you are and the type of person that you want to become. So as far as that, I feel like it's within. You really have to self-reflect, and a lot of people don't want to self-reflect because a lot of people always think they're right. A lot of people just want to stay in this like arrogant mindset where it's like, nobody could tell me nothing, I'm right, like who are you to tell me this, like da da da. I feel like it's very very important to focus on your mental and emotional health. It's good to talk about your problems. I used to be the type of person where I would be dealing with anything and I would never talk about it. Like when I tell you, I used to bottle up my emotions, like not seeing the light of day. Never speaking about them, you know what I mean? And it's so unhealthy to deal with your problems or anything you're going through in life that way, because it's just like, we're human, you know what I mean? Express how you feel. Even if you have nobody to talk to, journal, write it down, you know what I mean? As long as you're getting the thoughts out and you're expressing how you feel, because when you keep emotions in, it's just, it makes you angry, it makes you frustrated, it makes you just a mean person overall. And I feel like everybody just needs to let it out, you know what I mean? It's okay to cry. It's okay to express how you feel. Crying is healthy. I used to be, like I said, I used to bottle my emotions. I never used to cry, y'all. Like, if I ever cried, it would probably be because I was watching a sad movie. I felt like crying was like, it made you weak, or made you look weak, made you feel weak, you know what I mean? But crying is very powerful. Crying is a good thing to do. It's good to release your emotions and just be free. But yeah, also I'm currently not in therapy. I have been considering it for a long time, just because I think it's very important to talk to people about how you feel, especially if you feel like you don't have a lot of people you can trust in your inner circle. So I've been considering therapy. I just want to find me the right therapist, because I did try therapy one time and the therapist is just not for me, and I just never went back. But I do advise for you guys or anybody you know that's dealing with emotional or mental health problems to talk to somebody. If you have the money to afford a therapist, go get a therapist. It's a fresh, clean slate. You know, a therapist knows nothing about you. They're coming into your world and they're accepting you for who you are. So I feel like it's very important to just find somebody you can talk to and share your feelings with. And yeah, I'm gonna just leave that there. Let me see. Okay, how do you deal with bad days? I'm still trying to deal with that now to this day, because I'm a person that tends to, like, I get very frustrated very easily, whether it's anger or anything. I just get triggered very easily, and I'm still trying to deal with my emotions. But I think a good way to deal with, like, if let's say if you're having a bad day, I feel like you just have to remind yourself that everything's gonna be okay. You know, me, I take a deep breath, count to 10, release, and I'll be like, it's gonna be okay. Whatever is going on, it is going to be okay. You're going to get through it. Tomorrow is still going to come. You're going to overcome whatever you're going through. And most of the time, stuff be minor. I feel like you can't let those type of things get to you, because it's just like, these things are inevitable in life. Anything could happen. And I feel like if you get upset about something happening every single time instead of finding a solution, because when you think about it, that's what I've been trying to do these days. Instead of getting upset about what I'm going through, I just been trying to replace it with a solution. Like, okay, this happened to me, now what can I do to fix it? Or what can I do to benefit me in this situation? You know what I mean? There's no point of dwelling on problems when you can easily just find a solution. And in life, there's 9 times out of 10, it's always more than one solution. Some people just let their emotions get the best of them, and I advise you to just not do that. Like, when you let your emotions get the best of you, you become a different person. And sometimes you just gotta think logically. I have a friend, and when I tell you she's the happiest person I ever met, it don't matter what she's going through, it's like she gonna get through it. You know what I mean? It's like, it's okay. Like, on to the next. It happened, now what can we do to fix it? You know what I mean? And I just feel like everybody should live and think that way, because that's just a positive way to think. And once you think that way, you won't really have bad days. And even if you have a day where you're not feeling yourself or you're not feeling well, I just think don't dwell too much on the problem. Let's just think about how we can move forward. And yeah, anyways, okay, insecurities, self-care, self-love. So insecurities, I feel like everybody has insecurities, you know what I mean? Even the most beautiful people you see on this planet, Beyonce got insecurities. And I feel like when you acknowledge that God put you on this earth and he created you with his hands and he made you into this beautiful thing that you are today, and this is what you're gonna have for the rest of your life, I feel like once you accept it, all of the insecurities, they won't necessarily go away, but it won't necessarily be a negative aspect in your life. I feel like insecurities are such, like, people put such a negative light on insecurities when everybody has flaws. Nobody's perfect, and that's the point. Nobody's supposed to be perfect. So I feel like dwelling on insecurities is just like, over time you'll overcome them. You know what I mean? When I was in high school, I used to, oh my god, I used to have the worst insecurities because I was just not a confident person. And sometimes it's also how you're raised. Like, if you grew up in a household where, you know, your parents are always giving you affirmations and telling you, you look beautiful, you look pretty today, you look handsome, whatever the case may be, it may be easier for you to tackle insecurities. But me, in my instance, it was more so like, I was insecure about being tall. I was insecure about my teeth because I had crooked teeth. I was insecure about everything, you know what I mean? Like, every single thing. And people would look at me and never think I would be that insecure, but it was just like the little things. And I mean, when you're in school, like grade school, high school, middle school, whatever the case may be, I think that's what triggers insecurities the most, because people actually talk about them, and you know, there's bullies and stuff like that. But as you get older, I feel like it's easier to overcome those things. Because when I got out of high school, I was just like, I don't care what nobody think. You know what I mean? It took me a minute still, but sometimes even meeting the right person can bring out your insecurities in a positive light. You know what I mean? When I met my boyfriend, it was just like, thank you to my man, thank you to my man, because this is like, he made me realize like the things that I hated about myself, and I didn't even tell him, but it's like he knew. But it was like the things that I hated about myself was just like, and these things he loved about me, the things I hated about myself. So once I was just like, what if you love these things about me, what am I tripping for? You know, and I'm not necessarily saying go get a boyfriend so you can get over your insecurities, but I'm just saying, like, sometimes there's the people you surround yourself with, you know what I mean? It could be even friends that just lift you up, and you guys lift up each other, and you know, those things can help with insecurities. But trust and believe, like I said, nobody's perfect. You're always gonna have flaws. I feel like if you dwell on them, that's when it becomes a negative thing. God made you the way you are. Be happy that you're put on this earth, and be happy with the way that you look, things that you have. You know what I mean? Like, over time, I feel like as you get older, you realize, like, the things that you hated about yourself at such a young age is like, oh my God, I love these things about myself. This is what makes me. You know, nobody can be you. There's no you 2.0. You're the only you. And I feel like once you realize that and you embrace it, it's a beautiful thing. Because me, y'all, when I tell you, I'm like, since I'm so damn tall, let me go start modeling. Let me do this. Let me do that. As far as a self-care, self-love aspect, I feel like telling yourself affirmations, writing them down is very important. You know, like, I know some people, they like write little sticky notes on their mirrors and be like, you know, giving themselves positive affirmations. Me, on the other hand, I just tell myself these things every now and then, just to make yourself feel good. You don't even necessarily have to have a whole bunch of insecurities to tell yourself affirmations. I feel like everybody should tell themselves positive affirmations every day, because it's important. Like, these things are what uplift you. Like, you don't necessarily need someone to make you feel good about yourself. You can make yourself feel good about yourself by just telling yourself nice things daily, doing nice things for yourself, doing things that you love to do, spending time with yourself, finding new hobbies that you like. You know what I mean? And these things will just uplift yourself and your self-esteem and make you a happier person overall, because once you can make yourself happy, you will never look for happiness within anybody else. And that is a fact. That's a indie fact. Opinion on friends, y'all. Friends, it's so crazy because I've had a ride with friends the past couple of years. Like, I'm 21 now, so a lot of the stuff I'm talking about is back when I was in high school, because I went through a lot of things in high school. And I feel like middle school and high school, I was very much like obsessed with my friends. Like, I felt like my friends were the only people I had. I didn't really care about my family like that. Not saying I didn't care about my family, but y'all know what I mean. Like, you know, when you're younger and you get to high school and it's just like your friends is your whole world. You know what I mean? You do everything with your friends. You on the phone with your friends all night, y'all. You know what I mean? You hanging out with your friends on the weekend, stuff like that. So my life revolved around my friends, and I feel like my friends were the only people that understood me because they were my age and we was going through the same things. And you know what I mean? Like, I never really talked to family when I was in middle school, high school, really ever. I never really talked about my emotions, talked about what I was going through. I just always vented to my friends and they vented back to me, and I feel like we was each other's therapists, you know what I mean? But I say that to say, I feel like back then I got so caught up with my friends that, like, I kind of like I didn't lose myself, but I kind of like didn't really engage too much with family. And let me tell you this, family is way much more important than friends. Like, friends are going to come and go. I was just telling my little sister this, like, friends are going to come and go. You may think right now your friends are your life, especially if you're in high school watching this, or even if you're older, but I feel like family is very important, you know what I mean? And friends, like, the older you get, you'll start to realize you have to surround yourself around people that have the same dreams as you, the same aspirations as you, that want to go the same places in life that you want to go, that want to reach the same heights that you want to reach. You know what I mean? Because when you surround yourself around positive people, you become a positive person. That's just how it works. Like, if you're around negative people doing bad things, you're going to be involved in that mix. You're going to be that type of person. So it's very important that you surround yourself around people that are what you want to be in life and what you aspire to be, what you doing, things that you like to do that can help uplift you, that can teach you things and you can teach them things. You know what I mean? Like, it's so important. And I feel like the older you get, you'll start to realize the people in my circle, like, damn, like, what am I actually gaining from this friendship? What am I actually, like, are we really benefiting each other? Are we really teaching each other things? Like, the older you get, you start to realize you want more than a surface level with your friendship. And I feel like when you're younger, it's like, okay, we're having fun, we're doing this, we don't have responsibilities. But the older you get, it's just like, I want to be able to have conversations with you. I want to be able to vent to you about life and you be able to give me some knowledge back. I want to be able to talk about things and talk about goals that I want to reach, and you know, you can help me with that, or I can help you, vice versa, or we can just, you know, jot down where we want to be in 5 years. You know what I mean? That'd be the type of time that I'm on now. Like, I want to learn and gain things from my friendship. I'm just so tired of just surface level friendships. Like, yeah, we hang out, we have a good time, but it's just like, it's very much surface level, you know what I mean? And I do believe you do have friends for everything. Like, you have the friends you hang out with, you have the friends you talk to on the phone every day, you have the friends you vent with. But lately it's been like, I've been feeling like, I don't know, I feel like it's just, I want to feel a different energy when I'm hanging out with my friends. I don't know, I just been realizing it's very important to, you know, just surround yourself around positive and hardworking people, and people that are gonna do things that you want to do in life and accomplish things that you want to accomplish. So that's how I feel about friends. And also, if your friend is doing you dirty, and listen, I'm so self-aware now to where, because when you're younger, you don't realize let me not clap my hands together. When you're younger, you don't realize like how people are doing you dirty, because it's just like everything is just, you're just so oblivious to everything. Like, I feel like when I look back at things that people did to me in high school, it's like, wow, like I really like let that slide for real. But back then it was just like people didn't really care about stuff too deeply. But I feel like now I would never take that, because I feel like friendship is just like somebody you can trust, somebody you can depend on. Friendship is about loyalty. I'm so heavy on loyalty, and I feel like today, the person I am today, if you do me dirty, that's it. You know what I mean? No more chances, you know, because I done been there, did that. Like, I done given people chance after chance after chance to prove themselves that, okay, they're a good friend, they're treating me as good as I'm treating them. And it's just like red flags every time, backlash every time. It was never what I expected it to be. And I'm so heavy on treat people the way you want to be treated. If this person is not treating you the way that you're treating them, then it's time for them to go. Like, you don't have to have any hate towards anybody. Anybody that I've cut off in my life or I stopped being friends with, I wish them nothing but the best. It's just so happened that we didn't work out, and that's cool. Everybody's not meant to be. I just feel like when somebody is not being good to you, you can't keep being good to them. At that point, it's just like you're extending your arm out and you're cutting it every time. I can't think of the right metaphor, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. Like, it's just like a slap in the face every time. And I feel like eventually you have to choose yourself. So always remember, put yourself first. Friendships, relationships, I don't care what it is, put yourself first. Woo! Okay, next question is relationship advice. So as y'all know, as you guys know, I am in a relationship. Me and my boyfriend have been together for, okay, we've been together since like August 2021. July, August, you know, we started talking around July, so around that time. And you know, now we're in a very committed relationship. I feel like the most important thing about relationships is don't go looking for anybody. Let it come to you naturally. Like, don't be like, oh my god, I feel single, like I want somebody to love, I need a boyfriend, I'm bored. Like, good things come to you naturally, not when you're looking for it. And I feel like when you do find your partner, just always remember communication and respect is very important. I don't care like what you guys been through, what you've been through with the past person, the exes, the people y'all used to talk to, whatever the case may be. You don't ever walk into a new situation with somebody and put those problems on them. You know what I mean? I understand trauma is very real, and when people hurt you, it's very easy to be like, okay, I'm not trusting nobody else, I'm not letting nobody else in. Yeah, I advise for everybody to just walk into a situation fresh, give people a chance and just see where it goes. You know what I mean? having respect, trust, loyalty is very important in a relationship. Those are the 3 things I really stand on. Like, if you can't be loyal, respect me, trust me, not question me, just know those 3 things, and I promise you your relationship will be fine. And trust me, no relationship is perfect. You guys are gonna go through things. Things are gonna happen. It's up to you if you wanna put up with certain things. I'm not saying like just take anything and deal with it, but just always keep in mind that no relationship is perfect. The couples that you've seen that been together for 25, 30, 50 years, they done been through some things, but you know, in the long run, you just have to think about what you guys want out of the relationship and, you know, where y'all see the relationship going. If it's just a little fling, then by all means, don't take nothing from nobody. But I'm just saying, like, you're gonna go through a lot in a relationship, and you know, the older you get, you'll realize that some things are just like childish and just like, you know, not important. So always trust and respect and be loyal to your partner if that's what you want in life. If you want a monogamous relationship, take my advice, okay? And I'm gonna do one more topic. Let me see. Someone said how to get over a breakup. So my advice to you to get over a breakup is, once you realize that at the end of the day, people are gonna do what they want to do and it has nothing to do with you, you will be all right. I done been cheated on. I done been tried the worst ways you could think of, and it's just like, after a while, like, yeah, you're gonna be sad about it for a little bit because you're not with that person no more, or you're just not, you know, physically involved with that person, and you're gonna be upset about the situation. But it's just like, after a week or 2, y'all, it comes to a point where it's just like, you gotta accept people for who they are. You know, he was a cheater before he met you, or vice versa. She was a cheater before she met you. So it's just like, sometimes it's also like, you can't be surprised when people show you their hand before they get with you, and then they do you how they did somebody in the past. You can't be surprised. You can't be shocked because they showed you, you know what I mean? And it was just you. It was up to you if you wanted to trust them or not, and you did. But I feel like as far as getting over relationships, you are the prize. If you're a female watching this, you are the prize. I don't care what nobody says. Like, nobody should be over here dwelling over no guy, no girl, because it's just like, at the end of the day, what they did has nothing to do with you. As long as you know deep down that you love them and treated them the best way you could, you know, then it's just like, what are we really stressing over? What are we really crying about over? You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna be, like I said, you're gonna be sad in the beginning, but it's like, after a while, it's just like, all right, let's just move on. It's on to the next. And I'm not saying like next person, but just like on to the next thing in my life. You know what I mean? And a lot of things you go through will shape you to be a better person anyway and mature you for things in life. And I'm glad I went through my first heartbreak when I was in high school, because like, I feel like I'm just happy I got that over with, because now I know certain things not to tolerate. And I feel like after you go through these things, it's just like, all right, now you know for your next situation, whoever you're dealing with, what boundaries to set, or things that you're not going for anymore, and non-negotiables. And non-negotiables are very important, y'all. I don't care what nobody says. Non-negotiables are very important. You know, when you get into a situation, you have to let the person know, this is how I want to be treated, and this is what I'm not going for. If you do not do that, people will try you, and they will try to disrespect you because they think they can, or they try to get away with it one time and be like, okay, well, I did this one time, she didn't say nothing, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it again, and it's just gonna be a repeating thing that happens. And that's what happens when you don't have boundaries when you get with people. So I just advise people, set boundaries, have non-negotiables, and just let people know that you need to be respected, period. Like, that's just that on that. And yeah, once you realize that, like, you can't control people's actions, and you know that you treated them the best way you could, that's it. Like, it's time to move on. It's on to the next. Like, there's no reason on dwelling on a relationship or somebody about something they did to you if you treated them the best way you could. You know what I mean? If you know deep down you was faithful and you was a loyal person, and they just did something, because that means something's wrong with them. You know what I mean? That means they're going through something. It has nothing to do with you. So I feel like once you don't take it personal and you realize, you know, things happen. This is life. That's what I always tell myself. Things happen, like, especially in relationships. This is like, you're gonna go through so much in relationships in your life. You know what I mean? These things will help shape you into the person you're gonna become, but it's just like they'll also teach you things about yourself. So I take every experience I dealt with as a lesson. Learn from it, don't dwell on it. Learn from them experience and just move on in a positive direction moving forward. But yeah, you guys, that is it for my girl talk today, or just my talk period, because I don't want it to be just like emphasized on girls, like, you know what I mean? But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment down below what you guys want to see more of, if y'all want more girl talks or more vlogs. I am going to New York pretty soon, so I'm gonna vlog like me getting ready for New York. I'm going next week, so I'm gonna vlog me getting ready. I'm gonna vlog me out in New York, everything we do, you know, the hotel, all that. I'm gonna give the whole shebang. This gonna be like my first trip on my channel. Like, I've been on hella trips, but I didn't have YouTube at the time, so I didn't get to vlog anything. Or I would vlog, but it's just like I didn't post it anywhere. So this is gonna be like my first like trip on my channel, so I'm really excited about that. But yeah, y'all, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.